Hello, eights. I hope you are well, and I hope this last month treated you well. This is your life path number reading for the month or the 4-week period of December 19th through January 19th. Thank you so much for being here. Please forgive the sirens if you hear them. It is the afternoon in Brooklyn, so we're going to hear them. And if you are new to the channel, hi, I am Morgana Braid, High Priestess of Maiden Circle Coven and Academy. And if you'd like to learn more about me or the Coven, you can check out the links in the description. Also, if you'd like to learn more about your life path number, check out the description. There's a whole bunch of paragraphs down there and a link to help you figure out more about your life path number. And if you aren't into, or if this reading doesn't resonate with you, I should say, you should check your birth chart and your name chart and see if there's a number that resonates with you most or that like pops up more and more in your chart. So like, for example, when I combine both of my birth and name chart, the numbers, I get mostly 1s and 9s. And so those would be the numbers I would focus on if my life path readings didn't work. And sometimes I even check those out just because I know that they're influential for me. So I would say check out those readings if this doesn't resonate with you, even if it does maybe. And in addition, if this particular card resonates well with you, there's a chance the rest will. If it doesn't, that doesn't mean they won't. It just means it's more likely to if it does, or they're more likely to if it does. Thank you again for being here. Please, if you have it in your heart, like and subscribe and comment. It really, really helps me out more than you can ever imagine. And thank you again for being here. This is your last life path number reading for 2019. What? We're almost in 2020, and I will soon have the readings for the 2020 forecast, which is a new spread that I've been waiting to try out for a bit. And also, we're going to have a pick a card coming up later in this coming week or the next week. So let's go ahead and take a look at your overall message by shaking this here die. Take a deep breath, get yourself ready, and in the place where you're ready to receive these messages, where you're connecting with your higher selves or with your spiritual guides. And let's see, what is the overall message for those with a life path number of 8? Oof, for the next 4-week period, you got a 2. Also, like I usually go with the ones on top, right? So you have a 2, but right in my face is also an 8. So I'm going to go ahead and read both of them because it's your number. So for 2, be careful of focusing too much on material gains. Don't miss out on the other things in your life, the other good things in your life, okay? So don't focus too much on money. And then you have 8, power surrounds you, 8. If you learn to tap into it, you'll be well on your way to success and financial freedom. So seeing those together, I feel like this is saying don't stress yourself out too much about money, that financial freedom is going to come to you when you are able to connect with your most authentic, true energy, when you are the most you and following the path that your spiritual guides have helped you find. It's a path that you chose, but they are leading you to it, essentially. And if you're able to tap into that and tap into your own true power, then you won't have to stress so much about finances. You won't have to stress so much about money because it's just going to come to you easily, okay? So that is your overall message. Let's see what your direct message is for these next 4 weeks. Trust yourself. Yes. So again, that is all about being your most true, authentic self. It's all about getting into your own personal creative energy. And everyone has creative energy. You may not be a creative person. You may not be a person who works in creative arts or anything like that, but every human being has creative energy. And this is telling you to tap into yours so that you can create something of beauty, something of value, something that's going to make you feel more comfortable with who you are. And it's not going to cause you to have that kind of financial stress that you may have been dealing with the last who knows how long. Okay, so let's see what the message is in your soul. So this is the energy surrounding your spirit, or the energy that your soul is trying to bring to the surface so that you can be aware of it. For this next 4-week period, please, you have the Fool. Okay, so there's that leap of faith. There's that energy of being ready to just jump. And because you're on this side, which is it's the light side, I think it's like you've already taken some leaps. You've already made some steps towards your goals. And I think spiritually, you're just ready to start this new journey. This is the beginning. The Fool in the Arcana, he is the start of the whole journey. He's the first step. Or he's even before the first step. He's preparing for the first step. And I think you've already taken the first step in your life, and spiritually you're ready for the next one. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to go after whatever it is that is calling to you. So I am going to look at the book just to see what it says about the Fool, because sometimes, refreshing myself is just really, really helpful. So rather than doing what seems reasonable, logical, or safe, the Fool epitomizes the idea of taking a leap of faith. Though success is the ideal outcome, it's the leap itself that matters most. The Fool goes from experience to experience in a serendipitous way. Every turn along his path adds to his wisdom. Choose to be bold and foolish if you want to make progress on your own path. Right. So that next step is there for you and your soul is ready. It's like, I'm ready to jump into it. I'm not like, who cares about the consequences? Again, trust yourself, trust your soul, because you are ready to leap into something new. And considering this reading is going to expand across the new year, that is a very good energy to carry with you into 2020, because you're ready to step into something new. You're ready to trust yourself. You're ready to really be yourself. And that's beautiful. So let's see what's going on in the subconscious or in your heart and mind. So this is the energy surrounding you. It could be what you're thinking and actually feeling, or it could just be the energy that's underneath your thoughts, that you need to be thinking about and need to be feeling, or that's underneath what's going on the surface for you. So let's see what your message is. You have the King of Wands. It's in reverse because it fell out weird. But we'll keep looking. And then you have, that also fell out while I was shuffling. It's funny. So you have the King of Wands and you have the Hermit. So I think there's like, your mind is on a passion of some sort, but maybe you feel like you're kind of going around in circles, or maybe you feel like you haven't necessarily taken the path that other people have set for you. You're taking your own path. Again, there's that march to the beat of your own drummer energy, but here it's like more of a path driven by your passions, driven by your hopes, your dreams, your goals. The King of Wands in this deck often makes me also think that you have to be careful about how you treat other people, that you can't just like tear other people down, but also you can't let them tear you down. You have to, like, I'm not saying to have your defenses up, but I am saying to really be aware of anyone who's coming at you with negative intentions. Keep your eyes open so that your passions are not diminished or dismissed or in any other way destroyed by someone else, someone who doesn't believe in you, someone who doesn't have faith in you. This is time for you to have faith in yourself, have faith in your passions, and walk this road, even if this road is meant to be walked alone for you. I'd actually like to take a look at both of these cards in the book and just see what it says. And I don't, for some reason, in these last readings today, I've just been feeling like I need to look at the book a lot. So here we are. So first we'll start with the King of Wands. One who dominates any situation through the force of leadership. You need to keep control of your anger and impulsiveness, right? So be careful, like I said, how you're treating people, and also how they're coming at you. You are someone who can dominate and handle the situation, and you can't let someone else come in and try to put your passions down or try to take away from the work that you've already done. But that doesn't mean you have to, like I said, when I said be careful about how you're coming at people. Like, don't be too aggressive. You don't have to be that aggressive with people to protect your passions. You don't have to be like out there and mean and rude or whatever. So let's go ahead and see what the Hermit says. The key words are wisdom, solitude, and a spiritual guide or mentor. Be silent for a time and shut out all external influence. Retreat into solitude to see your way more clearly. Okay, so like I said, you may be walking this path on your own. You may need to take some time to really get into your thoughts and really figure out what your passion is, what this leap of faith is for you, what it is that you're going to be going for. Really take some time to understand yourself so that you can trust yourself. And don't, like I said, don't focus so much on the financial aspect, so much as focusing on what's driving you, what's getting you out of bed every day, what's making it so that you feel good, what is the work that you can do that feels good for you, because money will come. We live in an environment now where if you have a practice, a job, a hobby, a skill, then you can find a way to market that and turn it into a career, okay? So don't worry so much about the financial aspects as about what it is your soul is calling you to leap into. What is that next step? What is it that's driving you passionately, okay? So let's see what your physical energy is. This is the energy surrounding you on the physical level. It could be your finances, your career, your relationships, anything like that. So let's see what it is for this 4-week period. It's the Hermit again, of course it is. So yeah, for many of you, this is a time of going inward. This is a time of really trying to figure out what is good about your life, what brings you joy, what brings you positive energy, what makes you feel healed and joyful and comfortable. This is about, let's see, maybe writing in your physical life. I feel like in your physical life for this next 4 weeks, you're going to be spending a lot of time on your own, and it's not going to be this like sad thing where you're lonely. It's going to be you taking the time out, like I said, to figure yourself out, to really create something. You may even be painting. Some of you, I feel like, are painters or writers, artists of some sort. Like I said, you don't have to be an artist or a creative person to have creative energy, and everyone needs to tap into that. But some of you, I do think, are actually in a creative field or creative people, and you really need to take some time to figure out how to make that work for you, how to create action and create I guess, revenue and life through that. But like I said, don't focus so strongly on the revenue. Don't focus so strongly on the money you can make. Really, really focus on what it is your soul is telling you to leap into, what it is that's important, and take some time away from any influences that may distract you or may cause you to feel down about your situation. Because I do feel for some of you, there's going to be a need to protect your ideas and protect your spirit, to protect your goals, okay? Because there's a lot, I feel like for some of you, there's this youthful optimism in your spirit. Protect that and hold on to it, okay? So let's see what your message of support is. This is from whoever it is you pray to, whether you're crying, whether you're giving thanks, whether you're praying for your food, whatever. Whoever it is you call to for support, this is their message of support to you, okay? So you have, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided, right? So again, there's that trust that you are being guided. Did I say that to you guys? That, yeah, no, I think I said that to someone else, but another reading, I said something like, you've chosen your path, like in life before you were ever born, you kind of chose the path that you were to strive for. Your guides, the universe, they're helping you find that path and helping lead you on that path. And again, I said you may be walking this path alone for a while, and that's totally fine. So in every moment, the universe is conspiring. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water. Excuse me. Wow. I don't know if some of you are dealing with issues with speaking your truth. Maybe you're struggling with being able to be open about whatever it is that is inspiring you, and that's why you need to step away. It's just like I just have like an attack on my throat. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Okay, so that's your message of support. The universe is guiding you, and they're trying to bring you towards something that's going to bring love into your life. And that doesn't have to be romantic love. It could be just, could be like love of self, love of a passion, love of a project, love of your path. It's just guiding you towards living in love. Wow, I'm gonna drink more water. Okay, so let's see what your closing remarks are. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's happening. Like I said, some of you may be dealing with having struggles just speaking your truth or being open. Maybe you have to take yourself away from someone in your life who has been trying to silence you or shut you down or keep you from being able to speak your truth. And they may be undermining that trust that you already have in yourself. So really be aware of that. Let's see what your closing remarks are. This is usually a past energy, 8 of Swords. So some of you were feeling kind of trapped. The Magician, okay. You were trapped maybe by someone who is older and masculine, or you yourself were just feeling like you were stuck in a situation that you couldn't get out of. And then at some point you came into your own power. You realized that, you know what, I don't want to be stuck there anymore. I don't need to be stuck there anymore. This could actually be, I know this is usually like a past energy, but just because of what I've seen here, this could be where you're starting at now for this 4-week period and where you're moving into. This kind of stuck energy. And I want to be clear that with the Eight of Swords, you're not actually stuck. This message is essentially saying the situation you are in is one of your own making, or it is one that you are capable of breaking out of, regardless of whether or not you created it. If you look closer, you'll notice that those chains aren't binding. She could easily just drop them. She could take off that blindfold, and she could totally fit right between those blades. The worst that might happen is she gets a little bit of a nick from the blades if they're really sharp, but otherwise she's not actually trapped, she's not actually stuck, but she's refusing to see that by keeping the chains on her, by keeping herself in this position. She's choosing to stay in a situation that isn't serving her because she doesn't know what's on the other side. Because she's blindfolded, she's not letting herself see what's on the other side. Some of you may have gotten out of that and come into your power. You came into this realization that, you know what, I actually have everything I need to get out of the situation. I actually am strong enough to do this. And then you took the next step because your soul was ready, right? Your soul was ready for that next step. 0, 1, the Magician is the very next card, even though it's in another deck. Your soul was ready to get out of that Eight of Swords energy and take that next step, and you did. Wow. So you have 2 knights here. So there's this energy of possible obsession. You may have gotten stuck on making money, on the idea of following your passion and making money and being successful, in one idea of what successful is, and just like so focused on all this money that it started to be, or making money and trying to be successful, and just so focused on achieving your goals as fast as possible, but it was taking so long that you were starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit self-doubt. I'm feeling. Let's see what's coming up next. Yeah. So there was like a battle to be had because your mindset either was like, I've done all this work. I broke myself out of that place and I did all this work, but now where am I? I won something, but it doesn't look like it got me anywhere so far. And so there's this war in your head. And with the Five of Swords, the message is usually like the battle was won, but no one was the victor, right? So no one actually came out on top, even though you're the one who won the fight. So in this situation, it's like the fight was to get out of that Eight of Swords energy, out of that negative situation, and to really move towards something positive. But you kind of went at it really aggressively and really obsessively, and you kind of missed out on other opportunities that could have made it a lot more of an easy transition for you. And so you found it was not easy. Slow down and really ask for help. Get like someone who's already been there, someone who's already done the work, and talk to them, ask them for help. On the other hand, maybe you did ask someone for help and they led you astray, but that's not what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling that this is a time for you to ask for some assistance and guidance. You've gone as far as you could on your own, and I don't think you did bad, because with the Five of Swords, like I said, you did win the battle. You did succeed in some aspect, but now you're a little bit worse for the wear, and now you can no longer do this fight on your own. Really ask for help. Again, take some time to figure out what it is you're getting help for, but then find someone who's been there, find someone who's seen it all, done it all, who understands the situation you're experiencing, and then ask them to guide you, because you have a lot of abundant energy. You have a yes coming for you. So if there's something you've been thinking about doing, or someone you've been thinking about pursuing, or a question you've been thinking about asking, this is your confirmation. This is your big yes. Again, be careful of someone who may be coming at you with negative, with not your best interest in mind. Someone who's coming at you and who wants to kind of take your success for themselves, or who just doesn't want to see you happy. Be very careful and aware of that, and be careful of asking the wrong person for help. Be careful of reaching out to the wrong people, because like with this guy, with the Hierophant, He can be someone who is very wise, but he can also be someone who's just wearing the hat and pretending to be wise and doesn't really know anything. So really be careful and really vet the people, and again, meditate and get quiet and take some time inward so that you can figure out who is the right person to reach out to, because not everyone who comes is going to be. But I do feel like whatever steps you're trying to take next, trust yourself here, because this is a big yes. This is saying it may not have been easy in the past, but you are on the right track. Like I said, you may not have had the easiest situation, but this is not a stop. This is just saying you've reached a point where you may need a little help, or you've reached a point where you may be a little bit tired. But I do think that this energy that you have here is moving you to a very positive place, and a place of financial stability. For many of you, I do think this is a work reading. This is you focusing less on making money and more on your passions, more on guiding yourself in the right direction. Because like I said, when you have a skill and when you have a passion and you really, really hone that, you will be able to make money from that. So don't focus so much on trying to make money. Focus on the skills that you're building and on the knowledge that you're gathering, okay? And take time to really, really understand yourself and understand what it is you're trying to create here, and trust yourself and know that the universe has your back. She's guiding you with love forever, okay? So that's your message, eights. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for receiving this message, for liking and subscribing. I will see you in our next reading. And until then, please, please, please always remember that I love you. Bye.